going to ask everybody out there a question, and I want an answer. Do you know what it's like running a small business? And when I say small business, I'm talking me, myself, and my wife helping me. That's a small business. And even if you have employees, 2 to 3, 4, 5 employees, it's still a small business. Now, I specialize in fixing stuff like this. This car, the roof was completely crushed in on it. Completely crushed in. It was crushed in so far that you couldn't even sit in the car and sit up straight. You had to lean down like this. And I fixed that. Right here that we're looking at is a rotted, rusted pile of that should have never been restored. That's what this car is. It is a 76 Mercedes-Benz that's worth this much money, and he's putting that much money in it. And every time I see him, well, let me take that back, not every time. Most of the time I see him, he complains, he nitpicks it to the point that I want to get this car and take it to the scrap iron yard, but I continue to work on it because I started it. As we walk in here, this car came to my shop on a frame, and it was completely rotted, rusted pile of junk. We ended up going to the junkyard and buying a new body for it, which was a junkyard body that sat in a junkyard for almost 30 years on the ground. The front end was literally buried in the ground. And I completely restored this car. It took me a year to restore it. It is now in the paint booth getting ready to be painted. Today is December 1st. It is my birthday. I am 1 year older than I was last year, and getting older by the minute. I have been in business for 40 years, putting up with what I'm getting ready to tell you that I put up with, being in this small business world. First of all, I want to explain that what I do is a specialty work environment here. In today's society, the body people, you might say, that are being forced into this work environment don't know how to do this type of work. So this is a specialty type of work that I do. Now, 85%, I would say, of all body shops out there that specialize in this type of work charge a minimum. Let me go ahead and say it again. A minimum of $125. And I have seen places that will charge up to $275 per hour. But my friend Pete is sitting here charging the customer half of that, maybe less than half, because I need the work too. And I don't have the $6 million shop. I don't have the Blowtherm downdraft paint booth. I don't have 16 employees here to do all the work for me while I sit on my ass and play on the computer. Today is Sunday. I have been working in my shop all day. It's my birthday. 3 days ago was Thanksgiving. I was in my shop working because I am a small business. When people decide to bring their car to my shop, I specifically explain to them, I am not going to close my shop to work on your car. It's not going to happen. I have other customers here, and I will work on your car just as much as I work on theirs. I will get this much work done on that, and then I will come over to this car and get that much work done on that. And I will flip-flop back and forth to this car, that car, this car here, this car right here, and this car right here. And I also explain to anyone that wants to bring their car to me, if you are in a hurry and you want your car yesterday, you're in the wrong place. I also explain to them that this is not Boyd Coddington. This is not Troy Trepania. This is not Chip Foose. And you get what you fucking pay for. And I make sure that before anybody brings a car to my shop, they understand that 100% thoroughly. Every time somebody wants to bring their car to my shop, the first thing they ask is how much. I don't know how much. I don't know how much it's going to cost for me to restore your old rotted, rusted car until it is in bare metal. And it costs you this much money to strip it to bare metal, and then once that's done, we will discuss how much it's going to cost to restore your car. And I tell everybody that as well. Most people agree with it. That's fine. It needs to be stripped to bare metal anyway, and I want you to restore it. So, I'm telling you what I tell all the customers or all the people that come to my shop that want the work done. I'm telling you exactly what I tell them. Here's a car right here. This is a kit car. Norm, Nitpick Norm, my friend, purchased this car to help another human being out in life. He did not want the car, but he wanted to help the guy out. So he bought the car. It was in a crate. We tried to sell the car. We couldn't sell it. It wouldn't sell. Kit cars are out. Nobody wants a fiberglass kit car. People that are into 34 Fords, they're either dead, dying, or in nursing homes waiting to die. They're old news. The thing that's in now is muscle cars. So I decide to go ahead and take the chance and build the car. Now, Norm bought the parts that it took to build the car, but I did all the labor work. I have built over 475 of these cars right here. And my cost to do a body on roller is $10,500. Never had a problem with that. Anybody that wanted one of these cars, that was part of the build job, and that's what they paid. I ended up, because we can't sell the car. The car will not sell for some reason. I ended up trading Norm my labor for a trailer that costs about $2,000. You're lucky to get $1,500 for it on Craigslist. Because I figured, we're not going to sell the car, take the fucking thing, get it out of here, and good luck selling it. That's the attitude that I got to. And now I got a trailer to use to move my stuff from Dallas to Moab. Norm was happy with that. Of course he was. That's great. I took a loss, but that's all right. because everybody takes a loss in life once in a while. The car that you're looking at right here is a 1977 Honda. I was commissioned by a person to restore one Honda, and I basically explained him the SWRC Bible. I told him everything in detail. This is how it is. This is what's going to happen. This is how much it's going to cost. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. The car that I restored for him, the red one, turned out to be a car that shouldn't have even been restored. He could have went and bought a car that was running and driving for half the price that he put into his car, but he loved his car. That's the car that he's always wanted. He's not getting rid of it. He wants it. He's going to keep it. And you know, you're doing beautiful work. I don't care what it costs. Let's just do it. He sends me another car, which I didn't want to do. He sends me another car, which is a parts car. And then he sends me another car. So now I am in a tangle of, okay, we did this car, so now what do I got to do? I got to cut you a deal because you're going to let me do another car? I'm going to do another car for you, and I'm going to only charge you half price to restore this one than it did the other one? Because you're letting me restore this other car. That's the attitude people get in. When you first meet a customer in this business, they're agreeable with you. Whatever you say goes. The further and further you get into the subject of their car, the more and more they start nitpicking, they start complaining, they start bitching, and it drives you up the fucking wall. The worst customer that you will ever fucking have is the guy that gets his car back that lives out of state, and 2 years later, he sends you a fucking list taller than this fucking building of all the shit that is wrong with his car, but he didn't want to say nothing to you and break your heart. He didn't want to tell you about it because he didn't want to upset you. So he puts this fucking guilt trip on you to make you feel this fucking small, and then he comes back and says, but you did an awesome job, and I appreciate all the hard work that you did, and I love my little car. Yeah, okay, fuck off. I just got done with this car. The owner, here's another little angle, and I've already made videos about all this bullshit. I've already talked about all this shit for 12 fuck off years. Here's another angle. Owner supplied parts. I don't have no control over what you give me to put on your car. Here's another angle. I need to buy a bolt kit set. Okay, go ahead and get it. How much is it? $39.95. Well, I saw it on eBay for $13.95. Okay. Now I got to sit there and I got to explain to him, okay, we'll go ahead and get the Chinese brand and all the bolts won't fit and they'll fuck up this and they'll fuck that up and nothing's going to work right. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But then here's the other situation. If I order parts, I am going to upcharge. That is work that I am doing. I am sitting at my computer, I'm ordering parts for you, and I deserve that because I am a small business. When you go to Walmart, they are not going to sell you a bottle of dish soap for the 12 cents that they bought it for. They're going to sell it to you for $2.49. And you're going to agree to pay for it. But you come over here and expect to get everything dirt fuck off cheap. The owner had 2 of these cars. He supplied rubber. He supplied emblems. He supplied screws and nuts and bolts and all this other shit that he wanted me to use on his car. The rubber was not specifically designed or like the original rubber for his car, so the doors shut very hard. The windows would not roll up properly because the felt channel that he supplied was nothing. I'm going to say it one more time. Nothing like the original rubber that I got for this car. So he has ran into issues on his car, and he now has claimed all these problems wrong with his car. And I'm using him for a fucking example because he's not the only guy. Now, any other shop that does anything to your car extra, they're going to charge you. They are going to charge you to do anything extra. Not my friend Pete. No way, ho, fuck off, say. Here's a little example. I want everybody to look at that bumper. I told the owner on the red car he needed to get the bumpers re-chromed. He didn't want to do that. I went ahead and painted the bumpers just like I painted these. I completely dismantled the bumpers because to paint these, you have to completely dismantle the bumpers. I also, if we look inside here, okay, I don't know if you can see that. I painted all the inner brackets and redid all those as well. So when you look up under the car, it all looks brand new. That was not part of painting the car. That was not part of that. But I did that for him as a nice gesture to set it off and make the car look fucking new. I also went ahead and painted the grill. And I also detailed and did a lot of other work that is unnecessary to go into on this particular car and the other car. And once again, I'm using him for an example. But he will get this car just like he did his red one, and he will walk around it like I'm walking around it, and he will nitpick it, and he will find problems with it, and he will complain about it, and he will be furious about his fucking car. And then I will probably get 2 or 3 emails of how unhappy he is, and he just can't believe this and can't believe that, okay? And it's all my fucking fault. It's my fault. It's my fault that you can't buy body parts for this car, and I wasted my money, my $75, on a hood that is in super clean condition, but on the other hand, it's not the right hood. It won't work. So that's my money out of my pocket, thrown in the trash. We got another hood that was off his other car that was in seriously bad condition. And you can basically see the situation here. It's a pile of shit, it's non-restorable, and it's in pretty much crappy ass condition that we cannot use at all. And I told the owner of this car that this hood is not perfect from the get-go. I told the owner of this car that the hood will be fixed to the best that we can fix it, and you will have leftover paint. And if you find another hood, have it painted. Put it on. There's parts and detailed pieces on this little car that you cannot find anywhere. They're obsolete. These little things right here, okay, we had 3 parts cars, and these were the nicest ones of all of them. But I have a feeling he's going to bitch about that. He's going to complain and he's going to bitch because it's not put on properly, or it's got a little ding in it, or, you know, some fucking thing is wrong somewhere. Are you getting the point of what this video is about? Are you getting the point of what's going on here in the world of the small business owner? Are you getting the point? The point that I am making here is that it doesn't matter if you take their car and dip it in 24 karat gold. They will find something to bitch about. It doesn't matter if you find a car, an NOS, mint condition, 0-mile 1977 Honda car stashed away somewhere and literally gave them to them, they would find something wrong with it. Whatever you do, however you do it, it doesn't matter. People are going to bitch and complain because that is society. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I have just built a shop in Moab, Utah. The shop is bigger than this one, a little bigger than this one. It's brand new. I spent close to $200,000 on this fucking shop. I am now considering to going out of business completely because of asswipes and complainers and nitpickers and penny pinchers, because I am getting fucking old. And I do not want to deal with the headaches and the public and the fucking rude, inconsiderate people that does not appreciate anything you do in life. I could cut my head off. I can literally take a dull knife and cut my fucking head off and give it to the fucking guy on a silver platter, and he still wouldn't be happy. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm using this guy as an example, okay? Don't take it personal. Having a small business, you sleep like shit every night. You never have weekends. This is a 4-day weekend. I've been working every fucking day. Holidays are out. Forget holidays. We went to First Cafeteria and ate. We came back and went to work. That's what we did on Thanksgiving. Forget holidays. They're gone. You want to go out and have fun? You want to go ride your bicycle? You want to go for a 1-mile walk? You ain't got time. You can't do it. You want to go out to eat lunch? You want to go out to eat dinner? You can't do it. You don't have no money. Because we got the nitpicker. We got the complainer. I'm doing work for you basically for free. I'm doing shit for you for free. I'm not making a living. You might be saying, then go out of business. What are you doing? If you're not making any money, why the fuck are you working? I didn't say everybody's that way, but I did say most people are that way. I am sick and tired of it, and my theory to the whole 9 yards is I am not going to die working my fucking ass off. I am not going to sit around waiting to die because I'm getting older, and I am going to go out and have fun and do what the fuck I want. And if I want to work on a car, I will work on a car. And if I don't, then I'm not gonna. And if I want to take Tuesday off because I think the sun's out and it's a beautiful day and I want to go mountain biking, I'm gonna fucking do it, bitch. And I am not gonna worry about you and your nitpicking bullshit fucking crap on some material fucking item that I fucking slaved over. And that is the fucking truth. So you want to go in business for yourself? Good fucking luck. You better know how to deal, not with fixing that fucking dent, but you better know how to deal with the motherfucker that owns this fucking car. That is the real fucking job in owning your own fucking business. Dealing with the public and keeping your sanity while you're doing it. This is Pete, not your fucking friend tonight. Going out of business, Pete. I'm sorry, I almost said my friend. I almost said that. That's another mistake I made. Okay, that's another mistake. My friend. When you mix friendship with business, that's where you fuck up. You want me to work on your car? Then you are a customer, not my fucking friend. And that is the name of the fucking game. Don't be friends with your customers, because when that happens, this shit fucking happens. I gotta fucking go.